So, despite saying I wasn't gonna see it, my air conditioner was not working this weekend and I wanted some air conditioning for a little while. So, I went to see Jurassic World Dominion. The plot is every bit as all over the place as Fallen Kingdom, maybe even more so. And the movie has more than its share of problems, and maybe it's just being in the AC that's coloring my opinion of the movie, but I did enjoy myself even if the film is not perfect. For one, despite what I said, it was great seeing the legacy characters back, and they were the ones that saved this movie. Their chemistry together was and still is better than the chemistry of the new characters. And let's just address the elephant in the room off the bat, the locust plot. These mutated, supersized locusts that are on the verge of causing a famine. Yeah, it really came out of left field. It feels like there was a movie in between Fallen Kingdom and Dominion that we did not get. That being said, it does show how the dinosaurs affected the world and how they're trying to cope with them. I personally say the best thing to have done would have been everyone just let people hunt them unrestricted. And it wouldn't be as big of a problem. Like, it apparently took the 3 or 4 years or whatever for Park and Wildlife, Fish and Wildlife or whatever to catch the T-Rex. How does it take you that many years to catch something that big? And I can't help but wonder how many people had it killed in the meantime. With the whole locust plot being just feeling like it came out of nowhere and just forced and clunky, despite the fact that it's one of the main driving points of the plot and what actually gets the legacy characters back together, it also affects the character of Dr. Wu in an interesting way. I had always been against the idea of him being a villain, and it seems like this movie, it seems like it agrees, because now we have a more remorseful man. Like, you could just see from the first scene from how he's always looked clean cut, really neatly dressed, and in this one he's disheveled. His appearance is a shell of what it used to be. He has long hair. He just has this almost dead look in his eyes, and it has to do with the locust and that he was responsible for that, and he wants to make it right, even though Dotson, the head of Biosyn, not only the character from the first movie, but a character in the Jurassic Park and the Lost World books, is kind of like manipulating and pushing him. Dr. Wu is a person that just wants, he doesn't even want a shot at redemption. He just wants to set the things he did wrong right. And although it's completely jarring because it feels like, again, we missed a whole in-between movie, the actor did really well. And I will say it even tried to make the whole girl being a clone less clunky and just forced as it was in the previous movie. They kind of retconned her backstory, and it actually makes it a little better in my opinion. Not that it really fixes Fallen Kingdom, which again is a movie that, other than hating one character in particular with a seething passion, I just it's just there. I can't muster enough energy to like or dislike it one way or the other, which is kind of the ultimate sign of a bad movie, in my opinion, because if it's just that bleh that you just one way or the other, it doesn't give you any feelings about it. It's a complete failure. But at least it tried to rectify one of the worst plot points of that movie. I still personally say they should have let the dinosaurs go extinct, but there wouldn't have been another movie, let alone that one. And it does kind of have a globe hopping thing for a bit. We meet a new character who's a pilot, and she was a really fun character I enjoyed. I kind of actually liked her better than Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. And they even do some like cool kind of callbacks where, and I kind of like the one because it's a callback done right. In the first movie where Malcolm got injured because he tried to do what Grant did with the flare but not understanding what Grant was doing, we have a similar situation where Malcolm makes the save with fire, and it was a cool moment. Jeff Goldblum was every bit as great as he was in the previous times he played this character, with the exception of, again, Fallen Kingdom, where he was given so little to do. It was kind of a why even have him in this movie. I'm trying to go vague and light on the plot, but we also get a nice, in like, ironically fitting death for the character of Lewis Dotson, where he pretty much goes out in the same way Dennis Nedry did. So, again, it was a nice callback. We saw some interesting new dinosaurs. The Gigantosaurus was, I don't know, for what all they did with it, it could have just been a younger T-Rex, but it was nice to see a different dinosaur, and it did have its own screen presence. But the movie, if they probably made this 20 minutes shorter, it would have been better. All the characters don't really get together till the third act, but I think that kind of works in the film's favor because, you know, the more time you have these characters together, the more you risk messing something up. So I think we got the right amount. Honestly, I'd say just end it here, even though I hear they're already planning more sequels. I'll give this film a C. It's nothing earth-shattering. It doesn't try to reinvent the wheel, but I had some fun with it, and I will be purchasing it. So, have you seen the movie? Are you going to? I know this isn't the most glowing review, but it wasn't the greatest movie, but I don't think it's the dumpster fire a lot of people are making it out to be. So, like, share, comment, subscribe, over and out.